Good morning. Welcome back to the IS Companion. Today's lecture will explore the complex and multifaceted concepts of prejudice, intergroup conflict, and social integration. These topics are crucial in understanding the dynamics of intergroup relations, the roots of discrimination, and the pathways toward creating a more inclusive society. We will discuss the definitions, characteristics, and manifestations of prejudice, delve into the causes and consequences of intergroup conflict, and examine the strategies for fostering social integration. Prejudice. Definition of prejudice. Prejudice is a deeply ingrained attitude that leads to negative, often irrational, perceptions and behaviors towards specific groups or individuals based on their membership in those groups. It is a pervasive phenomenon with significant social implications. Cross defines prejudice as an attitude that causes, justifies, and supports discrimination. It is not merely a passive feeling but an active force that influences behavior. Simpson and Yinger describe prejudice as an emotional and rigid attitude towards a group of people. This definition highlights the inflexibility and emotional intensity that often accompany prejudicial attitudes. Buss defines prejudice as hostility and aggression towards an individual based on his membership in a particular group. This definition underscores the aggressive and harmful nature of prejudice. Harding et al. Define prejudice as the failure of rationality, failure of human-heartedness, and failure of judgment in an individual's attitude towards members of other ethnic groups. This perspective emphasizes the irrational and dehumanizing aspects of prejudice. Characteristics of prejudice. Negative and irrational. Prejudice is inherently negative and often based on irrational beliefs and stereotypes about a group of people. Emotional and rigid. It involves strong emotional reactions and is resistant to change, even in the face of contradictory evidence. Intergroup focused. Prejudice typically targets specific groups based on characteristics such as race, ethnicity, religion, or gender. Components of prejudice. Prejudice is a multifaceted construct composed of three key components. 1. Cognitive component. This involves the beliefs and stereotypes that form the basis of prejudicial attitudes. These are the generalized thoughts about a group, often based on misinformation or overgeneralizations. 2. Affective component. This includes the emotions or feelings elicited by the target group. These emotions are often negative, such as fear, hatred, or contempt. 3. Action tendency component. This refers to the behavioral inclinations or intentions that arise from prejudicial attitudes, such as discrimination, avoidance, or aggression. Manifestations of prejudice. Prejudice can manifest in various harmful ways, ranging from subtle to overt actions. Antilocution, verbal expressions of prejudice, such as derogatory language or hate speech. Avoidance, deliberate efforts to avoid interaction with members of the target group. Discrimination, actions that disadvantage individuals based on their group membership, such as denying them opportunities or rights. Physical attack, violence or physical harm directed at members of the target group. Extermination, the most extreme form, where the goal is the elimination of the targeted group, as seen in genocides. Prejudice development. Prejudice can develop from various sources, broadly categorized into societal and individual level explanations. Societal level explanations. Exploitation and realistic group conflict theory. This theory suggests that prejudice arises from competition between groups for limited resources, leading to intergroup hostility and conflict. A classic example of this is the Robbers Cave experiment by Mujfar Sharif, where boys in a summer camp were divided into groups and quickly developed prejudices and hostility towards each other when placed in competitive situations. Individual level explanations. Scapegoat theory. This theory posits that prejudice arises when individuals or groups project their frustrations and failures onto a more vulnerable group, blaming them for their problems. It serves as a psychological defense mechanism to deal with personal failures or societal pressures. Prejudice removal strategies. To reduce prejudice, various strategies can be employed, including 1. Stimulus matrix theory approach. This approach involves altering the stimuli that reinforce prejudicial attitudes, such as changing the media portrayal of certain groups or promoting positive interactions between groups. 2. Direct approach. This involves interventions that directly address prejudicial attitudes, such as education, intergroup dialogue, and diversity training. Intergroup conflict. Definition of intergroup conflict. Intergroup conflict occurs when two or more groups have divergent interests, goals, or values, leading to competition and hostility. It often involves a zero-sum scenario where one group's gain is perceived as another's loss. Reasons for conflict. Several factors contribute to the emergence and escalation of intergroup conflict. 1. Power differential. Imbalances in power between groups can lead to domination, resistance, and conflict. 2. Competition. Groups may compete for limited resources, such as jobs, land, or political influence, leading to conflict. 3. Conflicting aspirations. Differences in group goals or aspirations can create tensions and disputes. 4. Prejudices and feelings of inequality. Perceived or actual inequalities between groups can fuel resentment and conflict. 5. Ambiguity over jurisdiction and responsibility. Unclear boundaries or responsibilities can lead to disputes and conflict over control and authority. 6. Relative deprivation. When one group feels deprived relative to another, it can lead to frustration and conflict. 7. Distrust. Lack of trust between groups can exacerbate conflicts and hinder resolution efforts. 8. Delegitimization. When one group views another as illegitimate or inferior, it can justify hostility and conflict. 9. Misperception and faulty attribution. Misunderstandings or incorrect assumptions about another group's intentions can escalate conflicts. 10. Just world hypothesis. The belief that people get what they deserve can lead to victim blaming and justify discriminatory practices. 11. Stereotyping the enemy. Viewing the opposing group through a lens of negative stereotypes can dehumanize them and fuel conflict. Overcoming intergroup conflicts. Strategies to overcome intergroup conflict include promoting dialogue, encouraging communication and understanding between conflicting groups, establishing fair processes, creating systems that ensure equitable treatment and resource distribution, building trust, developing trust through cooperative activities and positive interactions. Social integration. Definition and importance of social integration. Social integration is the process of creating a cohesive and inclusive society where all groups feel valued and have equal opportunities to participate. It involves fostering unity, mutual respect, and a sense of belonging among diverse social groups. Components of social integration. Territorial integration, ensuring that all regions and communities within a society are connected and have access to resources and opportunities. Emotional integration, developing a shared sense of identity, purpose, and emotional connection among different social groups. Achieving social integration. Social integration is achieved by eliminating intergroup conflict and reducing prejudice within society. It requires both administrative and political efforts to ensure fair treatment and representation, as well as emotional and psychological efforts to build trust, understanding, and solidarity among diverse groups. In conclusion, prejudice, intergroup conflict, and social integration are interconnected concepts that play a crucial role in shaping social dynamics. Prejudice, with its deep-seated emotional and cognitive components, can lead to discrimination and intergroup conflict. But with conscious efforts, these conflicts can be resolved, paving the way for social integration. Achieving true social integration requires not only structural changes but also a commitment to fostering mutual respect, understanding, and cooperation among all members of society. Thank you for your attention. Follow us on YouTube www.youtube.com/@iscompanion.